Um, Getting on the road late, but that's because I'm very close to my destination already. I've only got, a couple hours at the most taking the scenic route of riding today before I'm at my buddy's place, and we're going to make some music. So I woke up this morning and started listening to the songs again.
This last part wasn't so great. Sorry, I got this camera in your face. Good to see you. You look good. Yeah, you're staying thin and fit.
I wake up to a sunny day 'cause I love a rainy night. Well, I love a rainy night.
Back on the road tomorrow and looking forward to it. It is my steady ride home. Well, good morning. It is a lovely morning after all the rain we had. The rain did take a bite out of us yesterday, but it went on nonetheless. We had an audience that was sizable enough to make it fun, and I made new friends and I had the greatest time. Maybe one of the most enriching days of the entire trip so far. But we got to get on the road as usual. I am still headed home, and from here I got to go kind of on a diagonal across the country into Iowa from Wisconsin, and we're going to see how far I can get through Iowa. It would be a good 6 hours of riding at a healthy pace on the interstates to get to the western border of Iowa, along with, next to Nebraska. Don't know if I'll get that far. We're gonna see. I'm gonna push it. Just many, many thanks to Marty and his wife, Donna, for hosting me, putting me into a bedroom they had that was one of the best sleeping chambers I've ever been in. Good night's sleep, great mattress, and just a lovely place to wake up. I really resonate with this place. They've got so much gardening going on here, and they're clearly successful at gardening. Of course, you look around, you can see how rich the soil is here. Things are just lush and green and fertile. The soil is black, and there are apple trees, and there are huge kale and collards and tomatoes growing like crazy. He's got grapevines. It's really fun, really fun. And other than motorcycles, this vehicle is one of my all-time favorite things to travel in and spend time in. I haven't been in one in quite a while, but I have many, many, many hours in one of those, having nothing but good times. Just stopped for gas. Oh, hello, Menards. I know I eventually will not be seeing you again for a long time. Love Menards. You save big money. You save big money when you shop Menards. Oh, I forgot to clean my visor. Do that all the time. So, just reflecting this morning on my visit with Marty and my experience in Wisconsin. Gosh, I had a good time with those people. Everyone I met was so, one, nice and welcoming and inviting and many things, but they were also smiling a lot. Now, I don't know if that's because it's Saturday and we're playing music and just everything's a lot of fun. Speed trap, I'm not falling for that. And, or if they're just genuinely that way all the time. There was one kind of sour face initially. You never know what's troubling a guy. But after we played music together, after a while, he totally warmed up. I'm kind of used to that. Sometimes there's, kind of a puffing out of the chests of the roosters among musicians. And then after we see each other perform, like the defenses go down. I was never that way, but I've run into plenty of guys that are that way. He was kind of that way. But what a great group of people, and it was so nice to see what a great life my old friend has made for himself. He's got a really exceptional young boy who's going to a good school in St. Paul. He just graduated high school. He's going to play baseball. He'd like to play in the pros, and he's good enough maybe to do that. And he's just such a great kid. And I thought, gee, my buddy Marty, of course he's got a great kid. He's a great guy. So it was all just very cool. I had a great time, and I didn't see a whole lot of like that fear that I've been talking about in those people, and I really haven't in anybody that I interact with, other than be safe on that motorcycle, and I did have one woman tell me a story of an uncle who just was killed on a motorcycle the other day, and out of respect, I don't ask details, well, was he wearing all the gear, how experienced a rider was he, what were the other circumstances. There's always more to a story than he rode a motorcycle and died, but I don't know. I know it happens. And then the other thing is just this, because I was with Marty and because he's into, he makes rivers, and he's a microbiologist or an environmental biologist, or I don't know, he's a biologist of some kind, and he makes rivers and restores habitats, and he got me thinking about the low water tables that I saw, and just in general, as I've traveled around and talked to people from all over this country, they all seem to be aware that climate change is real, that something has got to be done, and I see little things being done. I see a lot of solar panels everywhere. I see a lot of windmills everywhere. So I'm seeing renewable energy, but I'm also seeing great big efforts of the past. This interstate highway system that I'm riding on and all these roads, I pass through these places where a tremendous amount of energy, both in terms of like real energy, but also human energy, was utilized to cut through mountains and dig tunnels and lay roads. And when you really think about the effort involved, I gotta watch this one. Okay, we're good. The effort to build all these roads, these didn't always exist. And what did the people of that time fear? It was the 50s. They feared nuclear war, complete annihilation, and yet there was enough hopefulness in the world to make the changes necessary to build all this infrastructure. So, people can do great things even while there's some kind of pervasive fear in our culture, in our society. And before the Cold War, there was World War II, and before that there was the Great Depression, and before that there was the flu epidemics and polio and all sorts of diseases. There was World War I. There was just there's always been something to fear, I guess, is my great epiphany here, and we always will. And so in spite of that fear, we've just got to be hopeful. We've got to think about, all right, we got a problem here, let's solve it. And we're totally capable of solving these things. And I'm really hopeful about that after having taken this trip and spoken to people all over this country and seen what I've seen. Then the other thing, too, is what I don't think is helpful is this concept of, an impending Armageddon that must come, and sort of a capitulation to that, almost a celebration of it, that our Creator is going to come back for us, and that's the end of the world. So we'll accept that and really buy into it. And so then what happens in this world really doesn't matter too much anymore, because it's all over real soon. That I don't think is a helpful stance. And you see it on signs in front of churches, and you see it on billboards, and you see things being vilified. I don't know that it really helps to vilify anything, even if you truly don't believe in it. Just focus on the positives, focus on the hope, focus on the solution, focus on the love. Don't focus on, we don't like this thing, so let's make it evil in more people's minds. I don't see that as productive. This is a super cool find. Happened to see a sign on the side of the road. Gotta go in. Let's go. Yeah, guys, the National Motorcycle Museum in Anamosa, Iowa is, that's something to do. That was fun. What a great day. No rain. Camping tonight. I'm really looking forward to camping again. So I gotta get on the road. Well, I was just passing through Oskaloosa, Iowa, and saw this, and it is the day I need to do this. So I thought, I'm camping tonight, so I'm not sure if I'll have a sink I could wash my stuff in. I'll just do this. And there's gas right here too. Ooh. $2.94, that's a record yet. Lowest ever on this trip. Lucky number 22. Pick any one I want, just about. That one's kind of all by itself, which is fun. 85. Kind of like you. Reserved on what day? 8/5. What's the date? I don't even know what day it is. You'd think I know what the date is. Oh, it's 8/8. They're out of here. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, it's nice. Found my pen. I gotta fill out a registration and then pay a whopping $10 fee. Hoping I have a $10 bill. Okay, I paid my fee, which you just put in a steel post with the site number and your information. You write on it. Carry a pen with you on a trip like this, and you just stick it in this steel pipe that only they have access to. I'm thinking before I set up camp, I saw a place that I passed on the way in here that had firewood, and it was like a self-serve thing. So I think I'm gonna buzz back there real quick and get some firewood. anybody know what this is? That's for the exhaust on a tractor so the rain doesn't get down inside of the header. That's way more firewood than I need. I don't know, maybe I should have only given 5 and just taken half. That's what I've come up with. I'm actually letting that just free ride there. And another one on the other side. And I'm just going to take it easy. So I took 3/4 of what I bought, but they got a good deal. Okay. That worked out. Again, it's way more wood than I need. I guess I'll just have a big fire. I'm gonna go ahead and do my chain lubing tonight. Okay, camp is set up, sleeping bags out, so I can just, sit by the campfire until I'm exhausted and just pass out in that thing. It's ready to go. So I'm gonna do my file transfers, which I do every night, and just get everything off the cameras and backed up. And I'm gonna make some dinner. And dinner tonight is genuine Cincinnati. You're gonna think like I'm sponsored by these guys. I'm not. Skyline chili from Cincinnati. It's a Cincinnati original, courtesy. That's a nasty ant. Big damn thing. Didn't bite me though. Courtesy of my brother John in Ohio, who lives in Cincinnati. And thank you, John. Looking forward to this. He was even nice enough to, I don't have a can opener. Actually, I think I do have a can opener in my multi-tool, but it's pop top, which is great. So what's the difference between this, especially for those of you who are outside the United States? There's all kinds of different chili recipes. You go to Texas and they do it one way. You go to Cincinnati, they do it another way. They'll actually serve this on pasta, typically. And my wife is Greek, and my understanding is the guy that came up with this recipe has a Greek restaurant in Cincinnati. And so I get where the inspiration came from. It's like old world Greek. It's got cinnamon in it. And then you would put like a tomato-based, cinnamon-based sauce on a pasta, like orzo or mucadanada. And this is kind of where this is coming from. I don't have any pasta, and I'm gluten-free anyway, so I'm thinking I'm gonna cook up some of my rice just to carb this up a little bit, and then I'll put this in with the rice. Maybe I'm screwing it up. I don't know. Let's do this one first. There you go. Turn this around. I've been really happy that I bought and brought this little portable chair, because the picnic table is not always, it doesn't always work out, and you want to be by the fire, especially when the bugs get kind of bad. You want to be near the fire, and because the smoke keeps them away. This nice breeze we're having is helping too. Okay, so I let this sit a while so that the rice could really absorb a lot of moisture. I mean, it was already cooked with water, but just to kind of let it meld with the chili. The chili was really runny, so now it's pretty thick because of the rice. And it smells really good, so let's try it. Still pretty hot. Oh yeah. I'm honestly not just saying that for the camera. This is pretty damn good. I think the rice was a good idea. You know, rice is almost about the same shape and texture as orzo anyways, which is a Greek pasta, little tiny pasta nuggets. This is really good. I'm probably going to be gassing up my tent because of the chili, but then again, there's no beans in it, and it's got a good beef flavor too. So I should have stopped and got something green. Hey, lightning bugs again. Quite a few of them. Okay, well, while the sun is still up a little, I don't know if I'm in for rain tonight. I'm just committed to this. Is what it is. I also don't know what my destination is tomorrow. I didn't really know what my attraction today was going to be. I just knew that I was going to camp here, or at least I intended to, and so my intention worked out. But coming across the motorcycle museum was really a coup, and I really enjoyed seeing some bikes I've never seen before, and because I've got access to the quail in California, I felt like I had seen the rarest of the rare already, and there were some there I had never seen. A 1947 Honda Dream, that's out of this world. I mean, that's only 8 years after World War II was done. During World War II, Soichiro Honda was making piston rings for small engines. And after the war, he did that for a while first, before then making small engines, the entire engine, to put on bicycles, because the Japanese needed cheap transportation after the war. The country was devastated. And I don't know my history well enough to know if whether General MacArthur was still overseeing Japan in 1947 when that motorcycle was built, but, or sorry, 47? 50. I forget what year it was now. Anyways, that was super cool. This is pretty much it for today. Hope you enjoyed today. I hope you're enjoying this series. I sure have enjoyed making it. Maybe I'll make another one sometime. Take care.